Good afternoon, academic colleagues, fellow architects, and students of the African diaspora. I bring warm greetings from Jamaica and the Caribbean. On behalf of the University of Technology Jamaica, Caribbean School of Architecture, I'd like to thank UZILA University of Angola, Archi-Africa, and the Federal University of Bahia for inviting us to participate in the 15th Forum of Architecture. It's a real pleasure, and a special thanks to Joe Addo. The efforts to create a school in the Anglophone territories of the Caribbean took 20 years. The Association of Commonwealth Societies of Architects in the Caribbean, the regional architectural body made up of associations, societies, and institutes of architects, sought to garner support at the Commonwealth Association of Architects Conference in Sydney, Australia in 1983. The CAA Board of Architectural Education appointed Professor Ivor Smith to visit the region and make recommendations. The report, Architectural Education in the Caribbean 1984, followed wide consultation, including visits to the Bahamas, Jamaica, and Trinidad. The report made recommendations on the need of a school for architecture and a rationale for its location at the then College of Art, Science, and Technology in Jamaica. It was unanimously supported by the region. CAST commenced a project proposal for the establishment of the CSA, Caribbean School of Architecture, which was realized in 1988 as a discrete unit. Robert Woodstock, chairperson of the Architects Registration Board of Jamaica and former chair of ACSAC, in his keynote speech on the school's 30th anniversary, reminded us that no organization has a better claim to parenthood of the CSA than ACSAC, which from its very first conference in 1971, under the then chairmanship of architect Peter Bino, determined the primary goal and focus of the organization was the formation of a school of architecture in the English-speaking countries of the region. Two other initiatives fought for by ACSAC were the registration of architects and associated reciprocity in the region. While, as an aside, the body was also instrumental in having South Africa expelled from the Commonwealth Association of Architects due to its then policy of apartheid. The formation of the CSA and the quest for recognition and formal registration of architects in Jamaica went along hand in hand. With the Architects Registration Act being established in 1987, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, the Bahamas, Antigua and Barbuda, and Belize all now have registration laws, while other English-speaking countries in the region are at different stages of that registration process. The accommodation for the flagship program was modest, yet functional. The core of lecturers remained discreet and dedicated to students and the vision of architecture in the region. With the financial support from the European Union, a building for the School of Architecture was erected in 2001. It's a building that we're currently in. The program's affordability, its social mandate for architecture to be attained by all, generated different avenues for matriculation and continued through to the new millennium, when its accredited program and structure was changed to a 4-year Bachelor of Arts in Architectural Studies degree and the 2-year Master of Architecture professional degree. The College of Art, Science, and Technology also transitioned into becoming the University of Technology Jamaica. In 2018, the school celebrated its 30th anniversary with a very festive annual exhibition. The exhibition of May 2019 was more significant than we thought. heralding a new paradigm of distant learning, learning management systems, Google Suites, and Zoom, all propelled by the global pandemic.
The study tour program has been an instrumental part of the curriculum since the school's inception. The study tours are first-hand experiences of countries, societies, architecture, urban form, and the differences or commonalities of shared regional and extra-regional histories. Digital tooling of the curriculum enabled the documentation of fieldwork and representation of towns and cities being studied. Regional cities with UNESCO status could be modeled and rebuilt. By 2014, the graduating cohort of the undergraduate degree was sufficiently skilled to present a study of Belize City, which was exhibited with the Global Arts Affair Foundation at the Venice Biennale in Italy. Highly rendered imagery with fast cars and generic entourage created a dilemma of understanding drawing and thinking through dimensions. It became necessary to include conversations on the appreciation, value, and communication of images and drawings, both in the design studio and computing modules. The school's curriculum shifted again to focus on thinking through section, physical model making, and drawing by hand, even at the capstone level. With a technological pendulum swinging to the far right, a mediated position of interpretive reading and writing was reinvented at the graduate level, with literature and philosophy at its source. These short films result from the reading of texts by Glissant and Arendt.
What you're trying to ask is, why am I so insistent upon giving out to them that blackness, that black power, that black pushing them to identify with black culture? Make them curious enough or persuade them by hook or crook to get more aware of themselves and where they came from and what they are into and what is already there, and just to bring it out.
One builds a house of what is there. Horsehair bonded the plaster when horses were, and of what one brings the rhyme concealed. Space into its time, time into its space. Yet we are born in houses we did not make. The rhyme returns, a bridge between the lines. The sun resolves its buried images to restore to mind that ruined house once more. Time, and not I unmade, the rhyme revealed, only by the unheard pace of time, and fragile yet dissonant against its space.
Time unmakes.
Time unmakes and builds the house again, and rhyme, as sun brought, echo by echo, to birth, illuminates on spaces its back to time. House that memory makes out of itself, between the spaces of blank time, more thought than lived, and yet more said than thought. House that lasts as long as its own sound takes. House began in milk, in warmth, in eating. Words must retongue your first solidities, and thought keep fresh your fragrance of bread baking, or drown in the stagnation of its memories. House in which two paths can join, and two hands inscribe their separate histories. A murmur in search of meaning builds you. Where, in a hive of words, time's honey flavors and fills with momentary savour. This mouth and mind, the citadel of cells. As self-awakened in the press of things, act into elm bark, there are left behind initials, marks of name. They fix a childhood on a warren's It was the blade of that same war grape, not on the trunk of an elm, not on the trunk of an imagined elm, but in my head, the red map of the ranges, of its fallen debris, the red map of the ranger, its fallen debris and its broken word, so that to taste again my hope's true fragrance, leaven of the miraculous first bread, to hope, yet hope without extravagance, and trace, not without ideals, walk stones, with air, light, due shape of my growing, houses and meetings, and departures too.
Swing your arms, shake your hips. Now do a dip. Jamaica, to the south.
Houses that come and go within my head, the buried seeds that lie there ripening, under my eyelids, houses turned already to a handful of anecdotes and photographs. Unsteady structures of reflections in the water of time, hovering suspended through this wide instant where a pair of eyes travel distractedly across the page. Moving through them, I enter my own self. I am the lamp inside their empty rooms, and like a soul, I kindle and extinguish. Memory is the mind's own theatre. Outside, the resurrection of the sun. Myself I plant within myself. This present is my habitation.
Currently, speculative investigations of this kind inform the architecture thesis project and dissertation, so as to encourage critical thinking through the enhancement of narrative between concepts, context, and function. Through public, private, and NGO partnerships, architectural education at CSA has been able to offer students opportunities to take on real-life environmental, social, economic, and cultural concerns as studio research. The applied research is supported with knowledge of building performance assessment tools, as well as critical practice models for sustainability. With the cumulative competence in urban studies, architecture, and the environment, the graduate attributes are diverse and detailed. Due to the predominance of digital tools, communication, presentation, and publication strategies at the school have already improved, as has remote sensing for data collection and analysis. However, the sentient awareness of space and place, specific to climatic and cultural sensibilities, are increasingly provoked. Harnessing tacit knowledge is a current pedagogical challenge. Extra-regionally, graduates practice in Asia, Europe, and the Americas, and have received awards acknowledging their excellence in architecture and design. In the recently held Government of Jamaica Houses of Parliament design competition, practices directed by alumni were finalists of the prize teams.
Hi, my name is Melissa Kibinali. I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Architectural Studies at CSA in 2016. The program is very comprehensive, where intellectual capacity must be met with creativity, innovation, good time management, consistency, and a pragmatic approach to design. The Caribbean diaspora is a melting pot of culture. Attending local study tours in Jamaica and regionally in Domrep and Guyana exposed me to various cultures, religions, and architectural styles as far back as Yajupa. Consistent fieldwork, design charts, and research created in me a rigorous approach to any project I undertake. I would certainly recommend the program to any person wanting to study in the tropics, as the challenges faced certainly prepared me for work. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kimberlyn Bacchus, and I graduated from the Caribbean School of Architecture in 2013. I am grateful that I got the foundation in my architectural education at CSA because the teaching there mixed a very detailed understanding of design theory and a practical understanding of construction requirements, materials, and techniques, which enabled me to be confident in exploring the limits of design while continuing to produce designs that are buildable. This dual understanding proved most helpful during my graduate studies at Meiji University in Tokyo, Japan. The significance of my experiences at CSA was most evident during the numerous international workshops that I participated in with schools like Harvard GSD, UC Berkeley, and Chulalongkorn University, where my work and contributions always exceeded expectations.
Hi, good day. My name is Nicholas Marshall, the undergraduate class of 2017, CSA. How CSA impacted my life is in a couple reasons. First things first, time management. It gave us the insight to Gantt charts, project management, a little bit insight to that, and of course the architectural aspect of things, the schematic, final design, how to create a design brief, and how we keep developing ourselves. This to me is important, not just for architectural practice, but for personal development, on the road to become an architect.
My name is Riva Watson, and I graduated from the Caribbean School of Architecture in 2012 from the Bachelor of Arts in Architectural Studies program. CSA contributed significantly to my professional development, and the design principles relayed were specialized to the region's cultural and climatic requirements. One of the major areas that the school allowed students to explore were the concepts of Caribbean architectural identity and its role to individuals and the society. I would recommend this program to anyone in the ACP territories, as we have so many similar conditions that can be applied, and the courses and the programs are well thought out and delivered.
My name is Ricardo Nualo. I graduated from the undergraduate architecture program at CSA in 2012. I went on to complete my master's degree in Beijing, China, and I'm now a registered architect. There are two things that stand out to me about the program at CSA. The first is that graduates come up with a skill set that will be useful in easily transitioning between an academic and a professional practice environment. The design studios are always primarily about being responsive to broader spatial and social contexts that are quite relevant and applicable to real-world circumstances. The second reason is that it really fosters a multidisciplinary approach to problem solving that is at the core of the curriculum. And that's crucial, I think, given the climatic, economic, and social challenges ahead of us globally.
Hi, my name is Mandalee Newton, and I graduated from the Caribbean School of Architecture in 2001 with a master's degree. Since then, I've practiced throughout the Caribbean and am now transitioning to North America. The school's focus on contextual, cultural, and climatic design is a key differentiator. It's an immersive experience that readily prepares one for immediate integration into the architectural fraternity. Throughout my career, I've partnered with practices from North America, Europe, and Latin America, and my experience has consistently been one of exceptional collegial collaboration. We all speak the same language as architects, and the CSA has steadily leveraged itself as an impactful stakeholder in the global architectural community.